Scientists found something strange buried deep under Antarctica's frozen land. And then suddenly, they stopped talking. All their messages went quiet. All their data just stopped. What could be so shocking, so huge, that they had to shut everything down right away? The theories presented in this video are speculative and based on available information. Viewer discretion is advised. Antarctica has always been a frozen mystery, a place full of secrets hidden under miles of ice. People have always whispered about strange things there. One big mystery is Lake Vostok. In 2012, Russian scientists finally reached this hidden lake after drilling through nearly 4 kilometers of solid ice. At first, they were super excited. They sent out messages saying that they may have found weird new life forms. But then, silence. No more updates, no more news. Why did they suddenly go quiet? What did they uncover? But this wasn't even the strangest discovery scientists made under the ice. And what about the IceCube Neutrino Observatory? It's a huge lab made to catch tiny ghost-like particles from outer space. Or think about Operation Highjump, a massive mission from the US after World War II. They said it was for science, but speculative reports proposed that Operation Highjump had purposes far darker than the original story. Could these events be connected, forming pieces of a larger, disturbing puzzle? The official naval documents listed as a research expedition, but the mission included over 4,000 personnel, warships, and aircraft, far more than needed for science alone. But what they uncovered next defied even the best scientific minds. Let's start with the strange science problems that even top experts can't explain. In a part of Antarctica called Wilkes Land, scientists found a huge, heavy object deep underground. In fact, this anomaly was first mapped by NASA's GRACE satellite mission in 2002. Even mainstream science admits it warps gravity in measurable ways. It's so massive that it changes gravity in that area. Some say it might be from an old asteroid crash. But according to unconfirmed leaks, the object beneath Wilkes Land may not be natural. It might even be artificial. If this got out, it wouldn't just rewrite history. It could collapse trust in every global institution we know. Then there are the signals. The IceCube lab has picked up very strong energy particles that don't act the way they should. Notably, in 2016, IceCube scientists detected upward-moving neutrinos, particles that, under current physics, shouldn't be able to travel in that direction. This anomaly was covered in multiple peer-reviewed papers. Some even seem to come from deep inside the Earth, right under Antarctica. What's down there that could make something so powerful? But that wasn't the most disturbing discovery. What they found living under the ice rewrote the rules of life itself. And what about tiny alien life? Scientists found strange creatures living in the dark, cold water under the ice. But speculative reports propose these life forms have entirely alien genetic structures, though no official confirmation exists. Their genes are nothing like anything on Earth. Some scientists were so scared, they started making secret calls and even leaked info from labs. This is where the official story starts to fall apart. Some insiders, real scientists and workers, say they were forced to stay silent. Research papers were canceled, whole teams were taken off projects and sent away. Some data just disappeared like it never existed. Imagine discovering our planet's not what we thought, and being told to stay quiet or lose everything. One worker said, "They told us it was a glitch, but we all saw it. It wasn't a glitch." What did they see? This silence has caused people to come up with theories. Wild ones maybe, but they seem more possible when no one will give honest answers. Some theories suggest scientists uncovered ruins of an advanced ancient civilization. A super advanced group that lived in Antarctica when it was warm, long before history even began. Maybe they left behind buildings, tools, or warnings, and maybe now they've finally been found. One old map, called the Piri-Reis map, shows an ice-free Antarctica. That's not supposed to be possible. So, what if scientists really did find a lost city buried under the ice? And it's not just maps. Some online investigators, poring over declassified satellite imagery, point to chillingly regular shapes hidden beneath the ice sheets. Outlines that look uncannily like massive, buried structures. Giant squares, unnaturally straight lines miles long. Even what some insist are the eroded peaks of colossal, snow-covered pyramids. Official channels are quick to label these as natural geological formations, or pixel artifacts. But for some, researchers theorize these precise shapes beneath the ice could be remnants of an ancient civilization, though officially they're labeled as natural geological formations. Could these be the actual foundations of that long-lost civilization, their great cities now crushed under frozen mountains? If that's true, it would totally change everything we believe about human history. Or worse, what if the discovery was something so dangerous, so world-changing, that powerful people, maybe not even human, would do anything to keep it secret? Think about this. What if we found proof that an older, smarter group lived on Earth before us, with tech that's way beyond anything we have? If the world found out, it could destroy our view of history and even our place in the universe. But the worst part hasn't even come out yet. Some independent researchers have detected strange magnetic signals in remote parts of Antarctica. These signals pulse like something is running deep underground. They're rhythmic, repeating, like the beat of a massive, hidden engine. There's no natural explanation for that, at least not one we understand. So what is it? Something nature made? Or something artificial? And if it's artificial, then who built it? Just when you think it couldn't get more bizarre, the energy started pulsing. But even this might pale in comparison to the bizarre phenomena scientists detected next. And it's not just magnetic pulses. Some off-grid researchers, the ones quickly dismissed by mainstream science, whisper about unexplained heat signatures. These aren't volcanic. They appear suddenly in remote, geologically stable areas, then vanish like a phantom. Could these be temporary vents from whatever massive engine is suspected deep below the ice? Or are they the thermal byproduct of something else, something active, and deliberately hidden from our satellites? The official explanation is usually unusual ice cracking or unverified sensor data. But many who claim to have seen the raw, quickly suppressed thermal readings aren't buying it. They insist the patterns suggest controlled energy release, something no known natural process can explain. The silence from the top science groups is loud. They're not denying it. They're just not saying anything at all. And that, some say, is the biggest clue of all. If this all sounds like a movie, stop and ask yourself, why are they being so quiet? Why would the world's smartest people hide something so big? Go ahead, scroll down and tell us what you think. What's the real reason behind the silence in Antarctica? But what if the truth hidden beneath Antarctica is more terrifying and world-altering than anyone imagined? We've seen this kind of horrifying pattern before, haven't we? First, there's a wave of excitement. People talk about big discoveries, maybe even new science that could change everything. But then, silence. The studies are taken back. Scientists say they made mistakes. Or the topic slowly disappears. Nobody talks about it anymore, like it never happened. In some cases, people even say they tried to erase all proof. Secret stories, shared in fear, tell of data being deleted on purpose. Samples got lost or damaged while being moved. Important notes and readings just vanished from locked labs like magic. Reminder, the following theories are speculative, unproven, and based solely on the interpretations of available data. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Then came the part no one was supposed to talk about, an ancient map and a rumored doorway to something deeper. But maybe the biggest, most secret mystery of Antarctica isn't just what's under the ice, but what the land itself could be hiding. A huge, hidden doorway. Old stories, told for hundreds of years and often called myths, keep showing up again in old files and whistleblower reports. These stories talk about giant holes at the poles, real openings that lead into a hollow or deep part inside our Earth. Antarctica, because it's so far away and covered in ice, is often named as the best place for such a doorway. Could this frozen land be less like a solid place and more like a giant icy lid covering a path to a strange world inside the Earth? A place only talked about in quiet voices by people who say they saw secret maps or heard last words from explorers? Many people point to the secret flight logs of Admiral Richard E. Byrd. Besides his known expeditions, there are stories of a 1947 flight that never made it into public record. According to these stories, Byrd flew past the South Pole and found a warm, green land hidden inside the Earth. There were mountains, strange skies that glowed. His diary, even if it's fake, describes a peaceful civilization that warned humans to stop using nuclear weapons. Mainstream historians say it's all fiction, but the details keep showing up, over and over. Of course, official records don't agree and say it's all fake or misunderstood. Still, the stories are so detailed and keep matching up, which makes more people wonder if world governments are hiding the biggest truth of all, about Earth itself. This story gets even deeper with old claims that the dark old German military was very interested in Antarctica before and during World War II, especially in a place they called Neuschwabenland. The official reason was for whaling and land claims, but some believe they were really looking for one of these polar openings. They hoped to find a way into this hidden world or to discover advanced technology. Some even think that Operation Highjump wasn't just about training, but about trying to find and stop any of the dark old German military groups that had already entered or found the secret doorway. People still ask, what were they really after? And did they, or someone else, actually find it? If a world exists inside Earth, what amazing or scary things could be in there? Old legends from many cultures talk about underground places like Agartha or Shambhala. Perfect lands with smart, peaceful people, or ancient beings that escaped from disasters. Maybe there's a glowing sun in the middle with living things from the past, like dinosaurs, or even groups of people who've lived there for thousands of years with knowledge or tools way beyond ours. If such a secret was kept, it would have to be for a huge reason. Maybe to stop panic, protect science and religion from being proven wrong, or to keep a few people in control of powerful resources, knowledge, or even to stop something dangerous from coming out. Keeping a secret this big would be almost impossible and would need countries all over the world to work together to hide it. But for the people who study strange things about Antarctica, like weird energy, huge empty spaces found by radar, or teams that suddenly stop reporting, the idea of a secret world under the South Pole still makes sense when nothing else does. If it's true, then the biggest adventure, the most important discovery ever, isn't far away in space. It's deep under our planet, right beneath the cold, quiet ice of Antarctica. And then the leaks started. Not just ruins, but something still functioning. But what if the truth is scarier than just a lost ancient city? Some recent leaks, yes, they're unproven, but they match up too well to ignore, come from people who say they were at super secret meetings. And what they say is shocking. Scientists may have found working technology, and it didn't come from Earth. One of the wildest theories says there's a machine buried deep under the ice. Not broken, not fossilized, still working. Maybe it's a ship, or a generator, or something else entirely. That could explain the magnetic pulses, the heat signatures, the silence from scientists. And if it's true, it might be the most important discovery in human history. If this is real, it's not just big news. It's the biggest discovery in human history. It would change everything we know. But there's one theory that's even creepier. Some people believe Antarctica isn't just a frozen land. They say it might be hiding something bigger. Some theories speculate Antarctica could conceal a portal or gateway to another world, or another dimension. These ideas sound wild, and most people laugh at them. But they keep coming up, again and again, although such claims lack official proof. What if scientists didn't just find an old object or a strange ruin, but something much scarier? What if they found proof that our world isn't what we think it is, that there's something else, something much stranger, out there? The official story still talks about weather research and ice samples, but the rumors, the missing info, and the scared voices from those who were really there, they tell a very different story. Yes, these are just theories, built from silence and mystery, but they feel too real to ignore. Is Antarctica hiding the biggest secret of all time? Is the truth about our world sitting under all that ice, locked away behind lies and warnings? We don't have all the answers yet, but we have to keep asking the questions, even if the truth is horrifying, even if it turns everything upside down. That's the only way we'll ever find out what's really going on. Again, theories discussed here remain speculative and unverified. We encourage viewers to approach this information critically. Subscribe to this channel now, because what they're hiding in Antarctica is just the tip of something massive. We're going to uncover the rest. Hit that like button if you believe people deserve the truth. Share this video with anyone who's brave enough to ask questions before it gets deleted like the rest. And tell us in the comments, what do you think the scientists found? Why were they silenced so fast and so harshly? Don't let their silence win. The truth is waiting, buried in the ice. And together, we're going to drag it into the light.